joined with head coach Troy Siegler. He's coming off the most wins as a first-year head coach in Lone Star Conference play in ENMU history. Coach, what does it mean to have a guy like Mo Coleman come in and help the program?
Man, it's really hard to even begin that. We've been recruiting, Maurice Coleman, nicknamed Mo. We've been recruiting Mo all season. And one of the blessings of him and who he is that he's right here in our backyard. The New Mexico Military Institute does an incredible job. I would say, maybe arguably one of the toughest Division One JUCO programs in the country. And so what makes them special is also what makes Mo special. Mo brings so many intangibles to the table. And a lot of times in Division I and Division II, you're forced to take a kid who maybe is really talented and doesn't have those character traits, or a guy that has those character traits and is honestly not as talented. And, with Mo, what you get is you get the best of both worlds in the truest sense. And so, obviously, a lot of respect to that coaching staff over there and what they've done. He's a Division I transfer from Maryland Eastern Shore, so he's already done the Division I thing. So, even for our program's history, to get him as, a Division I transfer means a lot to the history of Eastern. But I think the special thing about Mo is that our bloodlines line up. Here at Eastern, we want to move forward and be known as one of the toughest teams in the country, and Mo is a plug-and-play member of that because he's just built on the best stuff. His family is built on the right stuff. His mother and father stress the character things that we stress and believe in here. So, I don't know. In a lot of ways, Mo is the perfect leader for your team. We lost two great point guards in Cornell Neal and Chris Wims. Our young fellow Byron Carr did a great job helping us towards the end of our season and that run we had. But, Mo's a guy that comes in right away and doesn't need to be indoctrinated. He's going to lead from the jump.
Tyler, what drew you in the recruiting process to Mo?
Well, like Coach said, first and foremost is toughness. Mo, every game we watched, and we watched multiple games a week for pretty much the whole season, and every game we watched, he showed us a little bit more and more in his toughness and his leadership. Obviously, a place like NIMI breeds that in their athletes, but Mo had a lot of that already intangibly in him and from the start. And people don't really know how good he's going to be, even offensively, just because of the style, which is a very tough and grimy style. And he has a lot to prove in that way. He's the perfect leader for our team. We have so much coming back that will just benefit from a guy like Mo, and a guy like Mo that can come in right away and gel and lead these guys. From his visit to his times being able to talk to him, that's really what he wants. He wants a family that he can lead and that can believe in him like he has at NIMI. And what we, like Coach said, what we pride ourselves on is being that same mindset and that same model, and that's what perfectly fits for Mo and for us. And it just happened to be right down the road.
Coach Siegler, you're coming off an impressive close to the season. Obviously not the end result you wanted, but it was first time since 2004 to win 4 or 5 Lone Star Conference games in a row. How do recruits like this help springboard you forward?
That's an awesome question. Obviously we are so proud of that run and what we kind of stuck our fingernails in and grappled onto and fought for, and came up a little short, in all of our expectations in that way. So it's such a hard thing as a coach. I want 20 win seasons, and we very selfishly we want to win right away. And so, when you have guys like Mo on board, what ends up happening is some of those early games that we drop by 1 point, you lose to Fort Lewis, who was a Sweet 16 team. We lost them by 1 point, and so those are the plays, those are the moments that a Mo, a Maurice Coleman makes sure fall your way. Every time we went into their gym or an opposing opponent's gym to recruit them this year, there were higher marketed guards, JUCO players on the floor, and every moment and every instance, Mo, smothered them. He guarded them. He was tougher than them. He outscored them, out-assisted them, out-defended them, and so we just kept coming back to him as the core piece of our recruiting picture moving forward. And anytime your point guard can have all those intangible things in his character, you want to talk about making our life easier, and man, Mo has already been a huge help in recruiting the next ones because of who they know he already is. And so what a blessing that to bring a guy like that. And again, I just think those runs go longer. I think those wins go longer in those tough games that we're down to 1 or 2 points. And I can think of several, the Midwestern game here at home, the Tarleton game at their place. Those are wins that you hope that a point guard of Mo's character and stature can come in and really help us win.